Hello guys, this is a just an overview of the live stream. And what they did was they showed some of the open world, all of the styles that is coming in the game. So let's have a listen.
Kind of what's happened as we begin our.
So here you have the open world. This is what it looks like. Looks pretty cool.
So everybody knows about the multiverse at this point. If you don't, there's a multiverse. Hey! Red 5 brought me
Red
lumber.
5.
Thank you. It's still in the plastic. That's embarrassing. That's because it just came out this week.
Just got it.
And I happen to have all the digital versions already.
Okay, let's skip this a bit forward. So the show, okay. So it's Central City actually, but a parallel universe of it, an evil version of it. So let's find out what they're saying.
Often could lead, especially when you're as dark as Batman, to something evil and horrible. See, I'm still working on getting voiceover work in the game. It hasn't happened yet. Nobody knows why, particularly Megzilla. She has no idea why.
Keep practicing.
But so it's this entire parallel multiverse. It's like getting some Inception-y level of craziness. And they are very jealous of our world, of our universe, and they want to pull it down. It's like, think about bad people really, really being envious of others, and they want to drag people down. Well, they want to drag our entire multiverse down into theirs and ruin it.
So our entire multiverse, all of our worlds, is in jeopardy.
Yes. And one distinctive, really cool thing, little headcanon, the comic book universe was their universe, and they were getting pulled in, and the DC Universe Online universe is another universe in the multiverse that they're pulling it in. So our story's a little bit different. I'll kick it off with this. There's so much powerful metal in our game for reasons. In the comics, they're like, oh my god, nth metal is so rare. This is how we're going to win. And we're like, oh man, I got like 20 nth metal running that raid. So we kind of adjusted the story. What would happen in a world where there's tons of nth metal? Cool.
Awesome. So, stuff's going wrong. Kind of all over the place, right?
Stuff going wrong.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to say.
So there's some bad things happening
in Central City.
Yeah.
Right? Have you noticed any bad things happening in Central City? No.
The sky is red.
It is
scary. It's dark.
This is the first thing that you'll experience. It's a solo, and Central City gets targeted by.
Okay, so as you said, this is the solo. Okay, so I guess this is part of the solo mission, I think.
A dark Batman, I wonder which one, who is starting to, this is so terrible trying to get me to not talk about story. Rifts are opening up for a reason that you'll find out later. But it's, there's lightning crashing down, the sky is turning red because red duh, and we start to learn, and Oracle and Calculator are there with you along this journey. It's starting to learn of okay, so this is real bad. This is super bad. But by the end of it, you learn that it's spreading. And it's not just localized to Central City. It's also affecting
other places?
Other places. And we're going to go to those other places.
Like, for example...
Interesting.
For example,
Gotham City.
Some more cool loading screen art. This is the example.
And these are new. So Central City's messed up. Gotham's messed up. What part of Gotham are we going to?
I'm really happy. I've been wanting to do this ever since we did in Earth 3. We did the Earth 3 version of Tri-Corner Yards, knowing that there's a version of that in our universe that we've just never been to. And I remember when that first came out, people were like, "Oh my gosh, this map is so huge! Surely we're going to get to explore this in the normal universe." And so we took this as the opportunity to take that Tri-Corner Yards map that was from Earth 3 and kind of create what would Tri-Corner Yards be in our universe. Except also it's in really bad shape because the whole metal incident here.
Yeah, so we haven't been here in our universe.
Not in our universe. And there's lots of areas we haven't been to because we just didn't go to those spots in the other continents.
In Earth 3, yeah.
Yeah, in Earth 3 it's a big, giant neighborhood in Gotham, so we've gone to those other areas.
Generally speaking, what's going on? What's with these roadblocks and stuff?
You can see the cops are not handling things so well and need a little help, and that's where we come in. What's really fun here
I just ruined my inventory.
is you actually don't just do missions for heroes. Everybody has to do some missions for villains also.
Okay, that's interesting. So you do some missions for villains and heroes, and the same on the villain side, you do some missions for heroes and villains.
Really?
Yeah, Killer Croc.
You got high stakes here.
I love Killer Croc as a mission giver because the way he talks about things is hilarious. But anyhow, he's like, I can't eat metal people. This is ridiculous. So anyhow, there's hero and villain mission givers that everybody gets to do, because it's like we've asked the villains so many times to just work for the heroes. I kind of wanted to flip it a little bit and make them have to work for the villains. I mean, you don't do anything too questionable, relax, but it does kind of make you go, why am I doing this for Killer Croc? Anyhow,
But it's serious. That's how serious
it is.
Right?
It's a we. Sorry, I was thinking of a joke that Paul wrote later. But anyway, there's a whole lot of, the multiverse is at stake. So obviously, everybody's wanting to stop it. And in the open world, the Batman who we haven't seen him yet. Oh wait, no, we did in the solo. The Batman Who Laughs he's actually opened up Arkham, so there's like inmates running around Tri-Corner Yards.
Busted everybody out.
There's Freeze goons and Ivy goons because of story reasons. And what they're doing is they're infecting the people with a virus of that metal. Because we have so much metal, they've kind of twisted it and turned it against ourselves, and kind of corrupting us and making our people more like them, including some of the iconics. It's not just hitting civilians. You might run across a metal ape.
Some people, yeah. I mean, if you saw earlier in the footage here, the people that you're fighting have been metalized. They look different. It's kind of a cool new material on them.
It's kind of morbid. It's kind of sad.
It's a little sad, yeah.
When you're like fighting these guys, sometimes you can like save them. Sometimes you can't. It's kind of sad.
That's dark.
They're just knocked out.
It's very dark.
That's very dark. Yeah.
What
that's
the?
a great description.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the?
So
Okay, so far, Central City and now Gotham
so
has been showed. So I guess we're gonna be going to multiple places in this episode and doing missions.
Gotham City, Oa's having some problems.
Mm.
The Themyscira's having some serious problems.
Mhm.
The Batcave is having some problems.
And
yeah.
narratively, it's like that because we were talking about these Batman who from these other universes. It's the Justice League. That's who the Dark Knights are. So that's why you wanted to go to Themyscira, Oa, because Hal Jordan is in the Justice League, Jon Stewart's in the Justice League, both make an appearance in this episode.
Speaking of the Dark Knights, just to kind of remind people.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Dim the Dark Knights.
These are them.
And we'll see several of them in part 1 and several more of them in part 2. Well, there's not that many left in part 2, but there's something else that I can't talk about.
Yeah, we're not talking about part 2
Oh,
yet.
man.
Please control yourself.
I will.
But yeah, like you said,
I'll try.
They're all Batman, evil, and also the rest of the Justice League.
Yeah, and this is. Do you want me to give a quick version of what this map we're looking at is?
Let's jump back to the map.
This is the big finish, and this is a brand new, completely new version of a very large version of Gotham, but it's a completely new map. It's completely like the whole flow is entirely different, and
It looks totally different. Like, check it out.
yeah, it's like. In the open world at launch, it's like, Mr. Freeze took over this area, and it's like a little bit of snow flies by. This is a little bit different take on that. This is what if somebody supercharged Mr. Freeze, and we'll see other areas in a second, and what would they really do to Gotham City? And this is what it looks like, and there's actually kind of like a really cool story point about they kind of reflect on, wow, I did this to Gotham? That's interesting, and we'll talk about that next week.
Is this what I really wanted?
Yeah,
That's
the whole
Right.
idea of...
Today, yeah.
But it is what they do, and it's straight out of the comics. They're given this power from the Batman Who Laughs, and they pretty much just wreak havoc and destroy Gotham.
Interesting. So now you have Central City, Gotham, and now Ice Gotham.
This was a really fun map to work on with just Ben and the art team.
It was really interesting to see it evolve. This map started good and got awesome.
You're like, oh, that's cool.
Um,
oh my god, whoa,
Yeah.
jaw dropping.
But we're not going to spoil too much of it for you. You're going to have to go in there yourself. Brave the snow.
Don't worry, Nightwing and Damien are with you. You'll be fine.
Is that a good thing? I guess Nightwing's a good thing. But
What? You don't like Damien's colorful commentary when you're fighting?
I do. I just, yeah. We should talk a little bit
I
more.
love it.
Let's have a look at the test server.
You know?
Are we going to the next area?
Okay,
Yep, so-
the test is still down. Just had to double check it. Locked. I have the update installed. So if I go to not game configuration, my bad, updated list, it did download some updates, so at the moment it's still done. Let's continue.
So there's another thing going
So there's another area.
on over here. Yeah, that's right.
There's a really cool reveal in the Batcave that you guys aren't going to see today.
Yeah, we're not showing the Batcave.
But there's a really cool, like, oh my god, surprise in there. So look forward to that.
That's true. So,
Interesting.
Mr. Freeze is going crazy over there. Poison Ivy is going pretty crazy.
She also received extra power
Yeah.
from the Batman Who Laughs. And
Okay, so I believe this is in Metropolis where Poison Ivy is, and everything covered in plants.
unsurprisingly, pretty much had the same take that Mr. Freeze had. I think it's because they're both doctors. Same thing.
Oh, that's what
I've
happens
noticed
when
that so
doctors
many
are
of-
driven mad with power.
So many of them are doctors. It's
And
interesting.
They redecorate a lot, and they're like, oh.
Doctors and super smart is
Yeah.
apparently a bad combination.
Also being evil, probably.
That's
But
awesome.
so this is again, it's fun to go back to those launch things and like, what would we do if we went crazy with it? Because over by the can't say it. I'm not Italian. I'm sorry. The botanical gardens and how there was a little bit of vines and some pretty floaty stuff floating around. This is just like a massive explosion of vines and plant work and creepy little mushrooms there. Which when I got lost, I believe Ocean's solution was to put the glowing mushrooms to help light the path. This is
That's
so
clever.
Nerd of Prey doesn't
Good,
get
yeah.
lost in the map.
I strategically put night lights in my house. It's that
For your-
sort of thing. For when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm lost.
Where's
Just
So these mushrooms will help you
Info.
find the bathroom. And it's kind of, it looks like the overgrown version and like deconstructed and just torn up version of I'm clicking this table, of the botanical gardens area. But like buildings have been like uprooted and moved. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So
Can they hear the game right now?
they can hear. They can. You guys
Okay.
should be able to hear some music.
So yeah, I was gonna say, so kind of, you might have heard this before, but these areas, there's a lot of new themes and music because metal was very musical. It's not just like a joke about the visuals. Music, sound tones, were all very important in the comics. So we felt like, and I really, really appreciate that Alex did this, that it was important to give new sounds and new music to this content.
So we have new music for.
That's not a thing. But
Is it?
That's funny. So you have new background music for this episode, which we have not heard of yet.
For each Dark Knight, or is it for each? zone? I don't remember.
Each of the Dark Knights has a new song.
Nice.
And he's sampled parts of that to kind of lay down ambient music for the zones. That's why they're like, oh, what is that spooky music?
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I get it
Whoops.
stuck. I get it stuck in my head after playtests. They're really good. Well done.
My personal favorite is the Merciless's song. It's awesome. And I want it for my ringtone. I don't think that's a thing I can do, but I'm gonna try to make that happen.
Let's check the update on the test. Still locked.
You know people. We can give it to them.
So yeah, things are clearly going crazy there. We also have some stuff going like
This is a raid map,
duper crazy.
by the way.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, that's good enough.
Oh man.
Oh, it's getting metal.
Ready?
This is so like hyper dark sci-fi. Oh, I love this vista. It is one of the coolest reveals. Sorry, spoil. But it's so awesome we had to show it. This is where it all comes to a head. This is the part of Gotham that's so vulnerable because of the spire. It's very similar to the tuning fork that they used in the comic books. This is the spot where the dark multiverse, it's kind of like the point where it's breaking through. And they're using things that I can't talk to completely energize this and melt the universe down. And, you know, we obviously don't want that to happen, but we'll see how successful we are. There's a part 2, so I'm just saying. This might be a very Empire Strikes Back-y kind of
episode.
Like, you're like, oh, crap.
So yeah, there will definitely be a boss fight in here. Super proud of this. Sorry for the screen there. Super proud of this. Our team nailed it.
What's really cool is when you get to the final area, you can see it like on the horizon,
Yeah.
and it's so big and imposing. It also helps me not get lost in the map because I just run towards it.
It's a recurring
But
theme.
it's that it feels like just so much. I almost feel dread and like foreboding when I see it, and I know that I have to do it. I have to go there to try to save the day. But man, it's very Eye of Sauron kind of freaky thing on the horizon.
Definitely.
I love it.
So crazy stuff, right?
It is.
Lots of
Very
stuff going
dark.
on.
Very, very dark.
Probably not going to solve
I
it
need a sign.
in this episode. Probably have to wait for December to kind of get a full solve. But so that's kind of the storyline. We want to show you some of the
highest level.
main characters.
Yes, let's show the dudes. They look so amazing.
So first we have. Actually, let me check. First we have the Merciless, who is the Dark Knight that is inspired by Wonder Woman, correct?
Yes, it's the Wonder Woman part of the Justice League, and what happened in his universe is he has the crown or the helm of Ares, who is Wonder Woman's big nemesis. You guys have seen him. You'll see him again. Surprise.
He was really close to killing us.
Just now,
Really close.
I saw him like his sword went
He's
up.
like,
So I guess he is one of the bosses.
There.
hey, wait a
I
minute.
just got it in before.
But it's like a
Just do it.
Batman Ares hybrid, but also is kind of wearing the Wonder Woman logo.
Wow.
Is kind of a big F
Wow, look at that.
you
Yeah,
right.
to Wonder Woman. He big, also he real big, and his armor is just incredible.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, you looked at chat and laughed.
No, they were talking about how we almost died, and it was clear that we were almost going to die.
They see him going like, and you're like,
Uh,
oh, look at that sword. It's so cool.
Yeah, so that's the Merciless.
He's also got like a grill.
Yeah,
He does
quite
have a
quite
grill.
amount. Yeah.
Not
Do you-
as much as Red Death.
Do you prefer the Batman Who Laughs mouth or the Merciless?
oh, the
mouth?
Merciless for sure. The Batman Who Laughs mouth is
It's real bad.
It's so
it's real
gross.
creepy. Yeah, though it looks good on the gear suit.
If you're into that sort of
You're-
thing.
That's your jam.
d-
All right, this should be Red Death. No,
Nope.
it's the Merciless again.
Oh,
Red
Is he
Death.
gonna?
ooh.
Nice try though. Bye.
Oh.
He left.
I like the smoke bomb he's talking
Without,
about.
without me smoke.
Let me
Yeah.
actually get
Right.
the right.
He was like,
number
"Smoke
here.
See you later, Merciless.
He said he whispers smoke bomb.
My bad, guys. You just bounced out.
Oh, it said in Elite we should have 2 of those. Oh, you would die so fast.
There we go. This should be the right one.
Oh, I'm excited. He's so fast.
I can't even
Can't
see him.
Yeah.
He's so fast, we didn't make the command word. There we go.
Well,
There he is. Oh,
Red Death.
yeah.
Oh my god. Now we have another one.
Now, we always had his gear, but now he's here.
Yeah,
And
You might recognize him from his gear suit.
and he has even more of a grill, and I'm pretty sure that was intentional because of the whole strap
Right.
buried
Oh,
in the
yeah.
Batmobile and drove him into the
His-
Speed Force.
His face looks like
So
the
it's
front of the Batmobile. Is that?
Yes, that is exactly where I'm getting at.
I'm just.
It really does.
I'm just taking us there. You know.
It really does. And the lead character artist mentioned that when he was sculpting it originally, when they were working on it, he was like, "Yeah, so he's basically a car face." I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard of that character. But
Car face.
really spooky.
All right, next we have, the main event.
Oh yeah, I got my metal shirt on, y'all.
What?
Jack saw it today and he was so mad I didn't buy him one. I'm not kidding. He was like, "Where did you get that shirt?" I was like, "Comic Con." He's like, "I can't believe you didn't get me one."
That's weird.
I was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, "I just assume you have every shirt already."
I love this guy's animations.
Yep. He is extra creepy. We needed to make his fingers extra creepy
Yep.
for reasons.
I love it.
This is obviously the Batman who laughs.
Excellent.
It's difficult to resist.
Hey, T Lantern's laughing. I don't know what it is. Ouch. So, I just hurt my wrist. Hey guys, I don't have my cast on anymore, but it still hurts.
Maybe you should put it back on.
And his emote kind of hurt. No, the doctor said I could take it off. It's fine.
You might also recognize him from his gear suit,
That we showed, yeah.
which just launched in the Dark Knight's time capsule.
He's so creep. I love the first playtest we did with people, with the big fight with him. The feedback was just, that was really creepy. I'm like, mission accomplished. Because, yes, he's totally gross.
All right, and then one more look at an NPC. Actually, this is 3 NPCs.
So right now we have Batman, the Flash, and the Joker.
But this was
Well,
something we really wanted to do.
Yeah, because, like, if you guys have read it, you know, you don't get the Batman who laughs
And now that's Robin.
without Robin. Oh my god! Robins. But he has, like, a ton of them. He's, you know, there's been a lot of Robins, not only in any given universe, but across the multiverse. Oh, nice,
Yeah,
Crow.
There it is.
Crow. And that's, like, all they say. Why do you think, so they say Crow. What do you think the Batman Who Laughs response is to that? And they're like, Crow, Crow, Crow. There it is. Bar. And everybody who reads it is like, what? Oh my god. They went there. And it's like, yeah, they went there. They went there. They stayed on a 2-week-long vacation.
Yep.
Maybe some references.
Oh, they're so gross.
They certainly are.
The face. Oh man, they're creepy. Oh, I love them. The good news is you get to punch them.
A lot.
So,
Yeah,
and I'm sure
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
surprised, but you get to punch them and you get to punch them a lot.
So, for the NPCs, again, that's the Merciless, the Batman Who Laughs. We got some Robins, Dark Robins, and Red Death. Kind of some of the big bads come at you in this.
And there's a bunch of iconics in this story because it's like a
all over,
crisis. It's a
yeah.
cataclysmic event in the comics, and we kept adding more and more characters, and we're like, oh my gosh, wow, okay,
Yeah.
can we have this many? And we it's not quite to the point of overstuffed, but it is jam packed, filled with iconics. Hal's in it, John's in it, Sinestro's in it, Wonder Woman's in it. Batman and Superman are in it in a very weird way that I can't talk about. And
Spoiler alert.
you guys saw Nightwing, Damian, Bane. There's all sorts of
Wow, that is a lot.
characters. It's really fun to get to work with that many because you get to have these interactions you don't always get.
Right.
It's fun to finally do that.
All right, so that is a little bit of story. We're going to show you the rewards, the gear. Obviously, you're looking at some of it. But what else can the DLC that we're not really going to show that we're probably going to mention, right?
Yeah, so obviously we're looking at. Do you want to talk about it at all?
So, I mean, you want to go to gear first?
Yeah.
I was going to
We
jump
can talk
into.
about, what do you want to talk about? Stuff that we were going to show, or just stuff to kind of check out when you get in?
Just check out when you get in.
So there's a significant amount of stuff. As you know, we kind of went through and we made some balance changes for some things, and we also made some quality of life improvements. So really quick, the balance stuff. We tuned some artifacts. We did precision update, and so we went through and kind of increased the baseline for a lot of precision attacks. So check that out. Give us feedback on the forums because we're really interested in that. We increased the max level of artifacts to 200,
Yep.
and there's new breakthroughs and stuff, new breakthrough abilities there.
Yeah.
Which is
No
really
new artifacts with this DLC.
Right.
Just,
That might be a little.
Okay, so no new artifacts with this episode, but there are new breakout abilities for each of the artifacts, which is interesting for rank 200.
Too much.
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
So-
But there are new breakout abilities and stuff like that that'll be really cool. We
Yeah,
got
'cause
that. We
Can I say something?
yeah.
Because we want the ones that you're really like digging right now. We want you to have an opportunity to like work on those instead of
Mhm.
us throwing more at you right away.
Right. We did a catalyst consolidation, so you guys, anybody that was messing around with artifacts before, there were like, I don't know, a billion catalysts. And so
21.
21, that's
21
really
a
close to a
billion.
billion, yeah. It felt like a billion.
They were going to be 27.
Yeah.
So-
So we shrunk that down into 3. What?
20. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, we shrunk that down to 3, and so there's a conversion. We posted about it, but you just go and you'll get your source marks back. You have to use the item. It'll refund you, so that's pretty cool.
All this is detailed on the website and on the
Yep.
forums. If you're curious, go check
And
this out.
then also, Teen Titans is going to shift to source marks, so you'll be able to buy all that vendor stuff with source marks. It's pretty.
Interesting. So now Titans is going to be converted to source marks, just like the other episodes were. So I guess in the next episode, the episode after Atlantis will be converted as well.
Exciting.
Your Teen Titans currency transfers over.
Yep.
There's an OP.
You'll have to, in order to get your currency though, your source marks, you'll have to go to the Teen Titans vendor and just buy the boxes of source marks with your Teen Titans currency. So that's how you do that.
Slightly
It's
manual.
one of my favorite quality of life improvements recently.
Source mark.
No, that's amazing. That's
Rolling
just
them over.
the catalysts. Because
Oh,
I was just
yeah.
like, oh my gosh, there's so many.
Yep.
I just, and so y'all made that happen.
Yeah, just want to make that easier, and so it clogs up inventory less, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
What else do we have? New augments.
We have an OP item.
We do have an OP item. It's
It's a neck.
It's a neck. I don't want to spoil too much.
Oh
about
my
it.
gosh.
Okay, so the new OP item is a neck this time. This should be interesting.
About that process. What is it's
That item is insane. It's the most like colorful narrative
colorful.
neck
That's
item
good. You're right.
that we've ever had, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
So look for that on the test server.
Yeah, Red 5 had a lot of fun with that one, so that's good. Did we do anything else that was not talked about? I do have a list just to make sure I'm correct. Yeah,
Yeah, but-
no, we're good.
But
That was
Tuba
it.
did want to reiterate
Oh.
that while there are no new artifacts, there are some very
Hmm.
unique and interesting changes to some of them that are out there already.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So
So
rank 200.
make
Let's have a look in the test server. Still done.
yeah. So some of them have been adjusted slightly, buffed, that sort of thing, and obviously the new rank 200 stuff.
Mhm.
So
Okay. Let's do the
Alright.
gear.
let's do it. Yeah.
Who is this gear inspired by?
What?
Eric Brian.
That's our good friend Donna, which I'm sure Donna Troy, which I saw some folks calling
Mhm.
out already. I believe we showed this concept a billion years
we,
ago.
We
did.
did for our anniversary, for our 8th anniversary. we
I've learned
shared
that
this
a billion
concept.
is a bigger number than I thought.
There she is. So
That's what we're like. Hey, let's do this.
yeah, so no
Mhm.
surprise that not right. Donna's not in this episode, so she hasn't gotten. She's not. We haven't updated her yet, but the gear was so wicked, we wanted to get it out. I love this top because Sun's Up.
Do we have
Guns
the?
Out.
We do. Yeah. So I took off a few pieces because
Because Donna's right.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause-
so this is the full suit
There you
Hey.
go. Boom.
with the head,
You got a
with the
hood.
cloak.
Love it.
Yeah, I love the cloak and the
Cloak
shoulders.
is so good, and I love how they keep coming up with new ways to make
Mhm.
tattered look awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, and they're like, look at this. I'm like, you're right.
We tattered it
You were
totally
right.
differently.
Yeah,
Looks great.
and the spikes coming out the back, really awesome. I love this style. We wanted to get it in rather than sit on it for a while. And since we do go to Themyscira and we go to other Amazon themed content, we felt totally makes sense.
Mm.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I
That's
love
also
the this part of the cloak.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything on this costume
This
I don't
part.
like.
What is this part?
The
Cloak.
cowl,
But the wraps
the
at
shoulder part.
shoulders,
Yeah, the shoulder
Yeah,
part.
Anyway.
it's got so many features that I've wanted in costume pieces for so many years.
Mhm.
This is definitely one of my favorites ever. I also like the really tight stuff. So,
Mhm. She's
and,
looking quite badass.
and sleeveless. We don't have a lot
Right.
of sleeveless stuff. So happy.
Right, if you take your cloak and your shoulders off, you can tell they're asleep.
Amazon's like to invite everyone to the gun show.
And so where does this gear style come from?
This is the event vendor gear.
Okay, so this is available for anyone level 10.
Okay, so this particular gear is the event version. So the event gearbox is the purple ones.
15 plus.
And we have an enhanced version.
We do have an enhanced version.
Yes.
Where does that come from?
That's in the member, the owner box.
The
Excuse
owner
me.
box.
Blam!
Boom, stars.
Nice. So normal and enhanced version.
Stars and sparkles, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the sparkles on the piece. I don't know if that's sparkles necessarily.
It's like it almost looks like it reminded me of when sunlight kind of moves in and out of trees, and you see the little
Dappled.
sparkles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dappled. Nice.
Okay.
You got away with
And,
words, Mep. That's Mep. Is that your name?
Mep.
Close enough.
Mep.
Except with my name.
But I dig it, and I
I don't have a
love
way with
the fade. Like it's like a gradient and a sparkle on the
Mhm.
back on the cape. It's really cool. I dig it.
Yeah,
Need
the
want.
motocross look great.
So happy, and I'm really glad that it's for anybody pretty much because I got a few
Right.
characters.
This
that
is anybody who owns the DLC who drops in a box.
Sure.
And then the other one is anybody who's playing the event
at all.
at all.
Anybody, yeah.
I'm a member, so I get the sparkle.
Alright, so then we have a second major gear style. Move on.
Yeah, I'm ready. Boom. Wow.
Merciless.
Bold color choice, Meps.
I did.
Get
I did go bold.
Okay, so I guess this is the normal vendor gear.
You look like Sinestro.
We're gonna swap to a male
Oh,
character in a bit,
yeah.
and you might see some more traditional colors there, and some untraditional colors on Donna Troy.
Hey, but it very much proves that it is not color locked.
Oh, it is definitely not color locked. Yeah.
Alright, look, we're just moving on. There's an advanced version.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like this because the teeth just
Glimmering. Yeah, it's like if you didn't notice the teeth before,
Mm-hmm.
check out them pearlies.
So this is the elite version. Correct. Yeah, this is the vendor gear suit, and then the vendor elite. And the item level. Let me see. I always forget the item level. This goes up to the elite one is 247, and that's item level, not CR. And the vendor goes up to 245.
Sean wanted to call out the God Killer sword. He's like,
Oh yeah,
just saying,
Yeah.
God Killer sword.
throwing that out there. Check it out.
just hanging out with my
Oh,
bud.
you look so cute next
You're like
to
a
him.
bitty merciless.
Yeah.
It's adorable. Oh, there. That's
It's a little bit less.
There you
much better.
You look way more powerful.
You're like his accessory, just
I'm his-
flying up.
I'm
like-
Okay, let's skip this forward.
Okay. Real quick. Okay. It's framed and made bigger.
Okay, so I guess we get some base
I
items.
really
Good.
do.
I love that art. It's very cool.
Oh,
This is
okay.
so awesome.
So now you have a window in your base, and it's an interactive window.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this one. It reminds me of like cartoons when I was a kid. Like the really, I can't say it because of brand and IP reasons,
Mhm.
but
Wow.
it looks like, and that's where the villain is.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
This
For sure.
area is bad.
Not recommended.
I love
Of course
having
it
that
is.
as a window. It's so cool.
And then couple more things up here. Got some covers.
Okay.
Oh,
We have
From the
covers.
oh. This team has gotten so good at like textures and material work
Mm-hmm.
that like
Drowned, right? So,
Yeah, thus far. Yes, thus
So now this is the male versions of the event gear, the normal vendor gear, then the elite, then all the enhanced versions.
far. So this is male Donna Troy. Inspired gear, not like normal.
yeah.
boom.
It's not a hey in the multiverse maybe.
Yeah. Well, we got the drowned, right? So.
Yeah, it's
There
a
we go.
really good costume for everybody. I think
Yeah.
if you like that aesthetic, which I love.
I love the whole look. Also, I mean, it's just so great for individual pieces too.
And we, you know, and our team, our current team has gotten so
And that's the enhanced version.
good at like textures and lines. It gets me really excited. Take if Mr.
Some chromas.
And then this is the vendor gear
I think.
for the male.
Oh man.
Perhaps like a
I wanted to maybe talk about it
Nice. I like it.
yesterday,
That looks cool.
or not yesterday, Wednesday.
Surprising no. Similar to the arrow on Wonder Woman's boots. The
Oh,
way they subtly work battleground.
I love the gloves.
Yeah, they look really cool.
And then we have enhanced.
Which you notice that
Oh.
the arrow is very similar
And then that's the enhanced,
to the arrow on Wonder Woman's boots. The
Oh,
way they subtly
which is the elite gear.
work this stuff in
That's
is so
pretty
cool. Yes. Yeah,
This is the elite and stuff. That explanation because it's.
yes.
so happy.
The Dark Knight's Time Capsule is out now with things that really go well with these styles, so pick up both of those. And we have a special little surprise for people. If you want to stick around after this main stream, we're going to turn the camera back on.
Yay!
And have
So all they did was after the main live stream, they showed a shadow material, and they went over a few more different styles that, and they just went through some new styles they have upcoming and shadow material. So that's all they went through. So thank you for watching.